you're playing best ball with someone and you shoot 73, does that score count? 70, 45?
Then
it's a shamble, baby.
Yeah, and then they just...
Now, is that legit 77?
Alright, got a question for you guys.
Yeah, fire away.
So I saw this thing, and it was, I think it was a Reddit post, and it was, can you birdie every hole in 24 hours on like your quote-unquote home course? So there are a couple stipulations here. So the 24 hours is broken up into 6 like 4-hour sections, so you can break it up. If you like shank, if I shank, because it's who's gonna shank it, you can pick it back up and then go back to the tee, save yourself some time.
Okay.
Well, number one, where? Like, what course are you picking? Like, what is your home course? Or even, like, what course do you think you could do it at? Let's keep out the par 3 courses.
Yeah, we'll say it's got to be a regulation course.
And then, what are we thinking odds-wise there?
All right, so you got 24 hours,
Yep.
but, like, you're breaking it into 6 4-hour segments, right?
Yep, that's what it says.
So you can, like, sleep and eat and
Yep.
do all that stuff. Okay. And can you birdie all 18 holes within that time?
Yep.
Again, you don't have to play the hole all at once.
Yep. So if you birdie one, one's done.
One's done.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have to go in order?
Nope, you played it
You
any
play
order,
any order you want.
Yep, the course is at your disposal.
Course at my disposal for the 24 hours that I want.
Yep.
Very interesting. I think that yes, I can birdie every hole. Mike's deep in thought.
I am.
I'm trying to time this
I want
out.
to say yes.
So I feel like for me, I couldn't just keep, like, I couldn't, like, if I needed to birdie number one, I couldn't just keep playing number one because I get so frustrated. I think the mode is you kind of like zigzag around. Maybe you try to get like the hard ones out of the way, or if you want to think about it, do the easy ones. Or I mean, even you could do, hey, I'm going to do all the par 3s first. But you
don't want to waste any time.
Right.
Because I'm trying to
those
figure
would
out
be,
strategy.
Those would be the easiest time though, because you could think, okay, well, I wonder if you'd have to go pick up your ball. Let's say you have to go pick up your ball, because otherwise you could just throw a bag of balls on the par 3s, hit a bunch of shots,
My thought is,
close.
can I label them ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, ball 4, ball 5, hit all 5 on the tee, and then play out from there?
I would say,
Or do I have to play one at a time? Because that because it's more of like a scramble effect that I may get certain lines and things like that.
Is that why you brought it up, Cole? Because it's kind of like a scramble?
No, I'm going to say the rule is that, so let's use my par 3 example.
Yeah.
You have to then go to the green, pick it back up, walk back, or ride back, whatever you're doing. And then, same to your point, no, you can't hit 5 drives and play it all out.
Yeah, so I would say no to the 5 drives. But as far as kind of the way you described it first, and if you're on a par 3, you got to go pick it up and bring it back. So you're saying if you smoke it into the woods, you can just drop another one and go.
Yeah.
So what if we said the tee shot, once you like that tee shot, then you're playing that ball out from there. So again, on a par 3, I can sit there and fire out 4 tee shots, but that 4th one is the one I got to play out.
Once you play another ball, that ball before it's void, if it's done.
Correct.
Yes. So you're saying you have to, okay, it's close, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then yes, I get it.
You think you could?
I think I could. I think it would be very close, because I think there would be probably around 3 to 4 holes that I would really struggle with. Just because, I mean, if you think about it, you're playing, how many rounds you play at your home course over a summer, how many don't necessarily birdie throughout the whole year.
So what tees are we playing from?
I mean,
your average tees, like wherever you normally play from?
Yeah, probably. Like I usually play one up from the tips, or middle at Coyote, or whatever it is. It just depends. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of what my home course would be. What are your guys? I know you guys have lived here longer than me.
So I would have probably 2 that I would think of being my home courses.
Okay.
or the ones that I play the most and I would be
Yeah.
most familiar with,
Yeah.
and also think that I might have the best chance at.
Yep.
So one is going to be Rolling Meadows.
Okay.
Play that course a ton. I don't think it's like crazy hard to where you have opportunities. The biggest one would be 17, the long par 3 over the water.
Yeah.
From the tees I normally play, it's like 214. Then there's also the par 3, or did they turn it into a par 4? The long one on the front that was like 230.
Did they move it up?
I think they might have turned it to a 4 from the back and a 3 from the whites.
That's what I thought. Because when we played it last time, we were talking about it, and I could have sworn it was. I don't remember what tees we were. I think the back tees were a 4, because you said those used to be. That used to be a part.
Yeah,
3,
so
it's
that's
like
a
240.
hard one. So that would be a hard one there. The other course would be something at Fox Hills. Either 2 in the back off the Classic of the 27 holes they have back there, or even the Golden.
I couldn't do it gold.
You think you do it at Golden?
No, I
think
played
you
that
could.
course so often. I think that course is so hard.
What hole
The par 5 over
would
the
really
water.
trick you up?
I almost
Yeah.
eagled that hole once,
Yeah, that's tough.
So there you go.
but it was.
Would you turn out with a bogey?
Yep. 4 putter.
Eagle the bogey.
Or 7 3 putter.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, so I 3 putted, but so I did par, but and I was probably 5 feet. So I think that green is very difficult to putt on. I think the water in front would become really messy.
Yeah, it's-
and that fairway is super.
Yeah.
No, I birdied that hole twice. I lied. I could do it.
Oh, here we go.
At the Golden?
Yeah,
Even with your putting ability?
yeah. Because I'm thinking about it. Because I have a strategy on that hole that has worked pretty well for me to hit it to 100 yards, and
Yeah.
I love the 100-yard shot, like right on the dot, and I hit it to within 3 or 4 feet now.
Yeah, you did that when we played it. You hit 3 wood off the tee, and I'm sitting there. I was like, that's easy.
Yeah, because I go like 3 wood 8 iron.
Yep.
And then 100 out.
So you would say Rolling Meadows, Golden Fox.
Rolling Meadows or one of the
Foxes. Okay.
configurations at the
Um,
at Fox Hills, yeah.
So then,
What
would
about
you
you?
skip those hard ones? I would. If I'm too obsessive. So if I'm screwing up constantly on one hole, I'm gonna just like
You're
move
gonna
on.
skip it and go on.
Yeah, I think you have to hold. You have to do the easy ones first. I think that's a good confidence booster too. You get rolling.
You skip back and forth for the confidence, though.
Yeah.
Because I think you gain the confidence.
Gain the confidence
So you would
and then go for a
Birdie and
quite
easy. So you're saying like you get the easy one out of the way, go to the hard one. Just
Yeah.
okay.
Because then you go into that hard one, like, all right, I'm down 1. It's only been 15 minutes. Let's
Yep.
ride.
So
Granted, it'll probably be more than 45, but.
I mean, I've probably played Coyote and then Royal Oak the most.
Okay.
Royal Oak's a 9-hole course. That kind of throws a monkey wrench into it. So
I would say that doesn't count.
Yeah, same. Like it's also a pretty short course. Their greens are treacherous though. But Coyote would be doable. It's just they have a couple of those holes, 4 that goes that way, and then the 1-6, I believe. Like you can't get really any closer. You would just have to honestly probably try to like bomb driver around the corner and just try to hope and get lucky. But they
Well, I
have
mean, you've
some
got the opportunity
tough-
because of the stipulations for the
Yep.
the contest is if you don't like your drive,
Yep.
then tee it up.
But I think, I mean, it's tough for me. I feel like if I was good at time management, and like we talked about earlier, if you had the whole course that you're just, like if I could go out there at noon and it was just me, like I feel like we could do some damage. But I don't have a lot of faith in myself that I'd be able to birdie every single one.
So I think that
It'd be close.
obviously
for me.
we're all good enough to be able to birdie any hole we step up to.
Right.
I will say, for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be some out there that, but we can all hit a good drive. We can all touch probably 300.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can all hit good long irons. We could all hit good wedges, maybe.
I'm better now.
All right, so Cole's getting better at his wedges. And then
Can we?
we can all get, like, so you
Can
can,
my
Can Mike putt?
I mean, that's the thing is I would give up if it's like, I mean, granted, if it's over 10, 15 feet, I'm just walking up to hit it to kill time. I mean, like, if I get lucky, it rolls in. I've had that happen.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah. I mean, you can
and then
make
I
a
go
15,
back.
20 footer.
Right.
We've all made a 15, 20 footer.
And if you don't have to worry about the next putt,
Yep.
right?
You're saving time there.
Right.
You're going for it on every putt.
Right.
So, do you take it in? Because you've got 6 4-hour stretches.
Yep.
Do you take it in 3-hole chunks and say I'm going to play these 3 holes for these 4 hours, and then go to town? And then if you get 1, 2, and 3, because most likely 1, 2, and 3 are fairly close to each other, so you're going to save time kind of traveling.
Yeah, or you could like hop over to like the back 9 because typically the back 9 wraps back around. So I think you
Yeah.
would maybe geographically plan it out that way to where you'd be like, all right, these 5 tee boxes are pretty close, so I'm just gonna, go to this green, go to this tee box.
Can I play 2 holes at once?
No.
So you're saying tee off on 1 and then tee off on 4.
Something in Classic Fox. There are several holes that are lined up right next to each other. So you tee off on both. With both your second shots, and then both ones.
No. Because once you play that second ball,
But it's not for
You're
this
that-
hole. It's for that hole.
but after you hit your tee shot on hole A, then you go hit your tee shot on hole B, then your tee shot on hole B is the one that's in play.
Yeah, for that hole. That's what I'm saying. It's
No,
just a
no,
guess.
that's illegal.
No.
You're cheating if you do that.
Cheating.
Yeah, you're cheating in this crazy contest
All right, so
where you have courses all to yourself. So there are rules in the end.
So my course is for you.
I have Farmington.
Okay.
Played that course hundreds of times. It's short. It's very, very birdieable on almost every hole. I think
I
probably
give you that one.
Classic Fox. 'Cause I played really well at Classic Fox. I don't think I've ever shot above a 79 there.
So the one thing with Classic Fox is that it is short and somewhat open, but the greens are pretty small.
They are.
So you've got to get pretty good on the approach side, and then go for, like, you're not going to give yourself
That's where
as many chances as like the 20 footers or the 15 footers that might happen to roll in.
Yeah.
Where
But that's
now
where
maybe
I'm
you're
thinking,
chipping.
They're so small that, like, at the end of the day, if I
You're
miss the
thinking
green
your
and
putt,
turn
yeah.
around.
You turn around, you're going back.
Playing again. And I can put
I mean-
myself in better spots at Classic Fox.
Yeah.
Because I can plan the C shot. Same with Coyote. It's so strategic. I think it's just, which is surprising because I'm usually decent with my driver. But, yeah, I just think I could probably plan it out better and then save myself a good amount of time around the putting game.
Yeah.
Because that's 100% more of my struggle.
Okay.
Do I get a caddy?
Sure. I'll
To
caddy
like
for
carry
you.
your stuff or tell you what to do.
Both?
Yeah, I'll caddy for you. I'm gonna be like 6 transfusions lean, but
That's fine. You'll probably still be able to line
I'll
my
probably
ball.
still putt better.
Line
yeah.
the ball up better
Yeah.
for you.
I'll take it.
You'll be like, it breaks left to right. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Then zoop.
I think I could do it at Farmington in 16 hours.
Ooh, look at this guy.
Ooh.
That's how much
This
I
is
play
like
that
name that tune. Like I can do it in
So
15
then-
hours.
Because like the last 3 holes at Farmington, so 16, 17, 18. Last summer I was 2 under the whole summer combined on those 3 holes.
The holes. So
The
did you
holes.
keep? So did you keep a running tally?
I did because I went 1 under and then 1 under again the next time we played it. And I was like, okay, I gotta keep this going. So I just stayed even the rest of the summer.
Okay.
So that was my push. I went like 1 over and then 1 under a couple times, but
Okay.
those 3 holes, those would be my first 2 holes. Knock
Yeah.
those out, get them out of the way.
Yeah.
Because I'm super comfortable with those.
So for realistic purposes, no course is ever going to give us 4 hours, just us, right? So we were talking earlier, you brought up a good point of the, like, at a course I run like a tally of the entire
Yeah.
year.
Yep.
So let's say, I mean, a typical round is a little over 4 hours.
Give or
typically.
take.
It's wide
Right.
open.
So let's
say 3.
let's break this down to where if we wanted to go do it, so it'd be 6 rounds essentially. I'm not gonna birdie every single hole. There is a possibility. I don't even think there's a possibility I get 18 birdies. So that's 3 around.
In 6 rounds. So it's different though. So the thing that we talked, or that that you're bringing up, right?
Yep.
Is I got a group of friends that I played with the last couple of years, and they kind of had standing tee time at a course. And I think one of the guys kept a tally all year long of his scorecard and wanted to see if throughout the summer, throughout the golf season, he birdied, or what his best score was overall. So he plays, let's say 20 weeks, you take hole number 1, all 20 scores, what's your best score on there, you write it down. Hole 2, hole 3, so on and so forth. Could he be 15, 16, 18, 20 under, whatever it might be? So if you're saying take 6 rounds and do that, what do you think your best score is?
Right. Because I mean, at this point, I'm maybe birdieing 1 or 2 holes, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay around like 8 to 10 under.
Because what's gonna be funny is if we realistically do it, I know myself. I'm birdieing the same darn holes, like round 1, round 2.
It's gonna be that second birdie doesn't matter.
Yeah, and that's why I threw in that. Like even if, obviously doing it realistically, unless we owned a golf course or did it like a 2-hour thing on twilight when it's dark or super early in the morning, like we're not gonna be able to do that. So like realistically, like even just 18 birdies in 6 rounds. That's where I would be, and I'd be so upset. I'd be like, oh, I got 16. I birdied the same 4 holes. That's
So
what it would be.
would you say 18 birdies in totality?
I'm
or
saying for
birdie each hole?
I'm saying for myself, if we would do 6 rounds of golf, same course, I don't even know if I'd be able to touch 18 birdies in those 6 rounds. It'd be
I think
close.
statistically speaking, we would not do that.
No.
No,
I don't think any of us would hit
Yeah.
one to average.
And-
yes.
Right.
I
Now,
think
this
that's-
is 2 and 3s randomly.
Right. Sure.
They're rare.
Yeah, and I think that's what's fun about that thing I saw is like you wanna, like in theory it'd almost be like mini golf where you can just go jump over to this hole or jump over to that hole, but real golf.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, I mean, you'd play way more than just 6 rounds. I was just thinking for realism purposes.
In the 24-hour period.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you're
because you get it to yourself.
Yeah.
You can play as many. So you'll play more than
you'll play more than
6 times
Yes.
18 holes,
Yep.
whatever that
Yep.
number is.
Yep.
100, whatever.
But no, I do like
104,
that.
something like that.
When
Math
you're
is none of our strength.
Yeah.
No, we saw that in the last podcast. But I like what your buddy's doing. I might even do that. I got this like little box that has all my scorecards.
box.
And but yeah, that's really cool. I've never even thought to do that.
Yeah. So I started, and then I stopped.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't get very far.
Okay.
So why'd you stop? Just
I think I didn't record one of them, and then as we played, I played with this group for a little bit. And as we played, we would do different games. So maybe we were scrambling or a best ball. So you weren't really like finishing out the hole all the time. So it wasn't a legit score where you can say like, yep, that was definitely a 3 or a 4 or a 5. You know. So
is your
that's
score-
kind of where I stopped.
That brings up this is kind of a random question, but off of the best ball, if you're playing best ball with someone and you shoot 73, does that score count as a real score?
Did you finish? Well, you would finish.
You finished every hole.
Well-
you probably took every single one of your scores almost. Right. In a best ball in an average golfer.
Oh yeah.
game.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't think it does.
Why?
I think it alleviates a certain amount of pressure on you.
That
That it does
that's a good
simulate
point.
a real round of golf.
You have a different mentality
Uh,
going into the shot. If you
right.
know, if Mikey and I are playing and I know he's stuck a wedge or whatever it is
Yeah.
for his approach or
Right.
whatever it might be, it's like, all right, well, I can go pin hunt now
Yeah.
because we know we've got that kind of
That's-
locked up.
that's
so
fair.
I think that's a
That's
fair. It's a fair
Yeah.
question, but I mean, in the other end, you executed all of those shots. You hit your drives. You made the putts. If everything's legit,
Right. So it's like
I mean, why
Because I did that. I did a
Why not?
best ball with myself. Now this is obviously even further towards absolutely not. But I shot a
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
I shot an 84 with ball number 1, a 74 with ball number 2.
Whoa.
And that was the only difference was driver. I hit the second ball second on the tee. After that, I played it out as if I was 2 golfers playing further ball out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, 7. What did I say? 7-4-3-5.
Yeah,
like that.
seven-
84
yeah.
85. Yeah, playing a best ball with myself, and I was really upsetting because I knew I had it in me, but I knew it didn't count.
Well, so yeah, I think that's different because with that second one, again, you've got like you're playing both balls.
Right.
Where if 2 of us are playing, then it's you still kind of have a little bit of pressure on you
Right.
to perform. Where you've got that second one, you're like, whatever. Like I can just be a little more free and a little more relaxed because you're there. So I'm gonna say no.
No, it definitely doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Yeah, no on
that
that
one.
one.
I absolutely.
Yeah.
Just
But a normal one with 2 people, I'm gonna go. I might lean a little more towards. Yeah, it counts. Like you can count that as a low round. It's interesting.
yeah, because I don't.
I
You
see
do.
what you're saying though. Okay, so is this like Ryder Cup best ball where it's like you 2 versus me and my buddy?
Sure.
Okay. Because then there's
It's just a best ball.
Because there's also, yeah. No, I'm saying it in terms, because I guess I don't know where I was going with that. But like, my dad always used to say he liked best ball because he could always see what his score was. Even if it was like a team game, like he'd do the like league on like the weekends and they would do 4-man best ball. And he's like, we all would just pretty much go out and just play our own ball and that's that. Now, I get to your point, like the pressure, like if Steve puts it to 8 feet, well, we're already in for birdie on this hole. So I don't know.
about that.
Yeah.
We've talked about some of our putting woes around here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we at least got bogey
I
locked
would
up.
also lean more towards no, I guess, to what you said. Your point got me. I was on like the, yeah, I'm counting it.
Well,
But
no, so I'm gonna say like yeah, I think it might count.
I think it just depends.
If you're with another golfer, and so you brought up like the competition. Like if you're in a foursome,
Yep.
and it's 2v2, I think it's a little different than if just 2 people are going out on a Sunday afternoon and saying like, hey, let's go ahead and let's do a little best ball and see how low we can go.
Yeah, I still think though that pressure is still taken off a bit. Now it depends on your playing partner for sure. I'll say maybe one thing I would allow it to count is if your playing partner was shooting 120.
Yeah.
And you're shooting.
And so
750.
you're like
So it's a normal day.
you're bearing the weight of the group
Yeah.
on you, and it's basically
I'm
you
going to play
out.
with Adam. I know none of his shots are going to factor into how I play golf.
Yes.
And therefore I'm going to play one round, so I'm still going to count that.
I think you're being hopelessly optimistic with the 120 with him, though. Sorry.
Yeah, probably.
Sorry, I had it was sitting in my brain. I was sitting here just waiting for you to stop. I was like, yes. But no, that's a good point. I didn't know, so I had thought they did like alt shot in the Ryder Cup because I hadn't really watched it much.
That's
And they
part
just,
of it, isn't it? Alternate
No,
shot.
they just kind of do like the groups for the first 2 days, and then they do the individual match play.
No, they do
No,
alternate
they-
shot because I know they always talk about matching people up with the kind of ball that they use too. Like that's kind of one of the things that goes into it is if 2 guys play a Pro V, like they might go pair them together more likely than if somebody plays a Pro V and a Chrome Soft.
Right.
Because they're 2 different spins. They
Oh, okay.
because you have to play.
Oh, you
these
have to play the same
these
ball.
same
Okay, I got what
balls.
you're
Ball's hit.
Yeah, once the ball's
Ball's
hit, that's in play.
No, it was
Yeah.
something, I can't remember what it was. I looked it up, but I didn't think they did. But anyway, I was just going to bring up the form of alternate shot.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm
I've
not a
even
fan
seen
of that.
I've even seen good golfers do it, and they don't shoot. Like, it's just so much pressure.
Well, how can
Oh,
you
yeah.
get into a rhythm too? Like
Yes.
you're just walking up
Yes.
every other shot, so you're gonna get a shot every 8 to 10 minutes.
Well, yeah.
Depending on where you are in the course.
Yeah.
So if you guys played an alternate shot, and let's say it's not in a competition, you decided that you and your friend are going to go play alternate shot, or you and your significant other go play alternate shot. When it's their turn to shoot, are you dropping a ball and hitting one anyway? Just to maybe keep a rhythm?
Can you though?
Can you what? You can easily do it.
Right.
I mean, I
But
can
does
go
that
grab a
take-
ball out of my bag and go drop it on the ground and hit it.
Does that take away from the experience of playing alt shot?
Yes. Yes.
Because I think that's part of the pressure is you're like, oh, I have no idea how I'm gonna hit this.
Well, you still play the one ball. I mean, you've got the whatever ball it is that you've got marked, and that's our competition ball or our score ball or whatever you want to call it ball. But I hit a drive, and then Mike, you go and it's your second shot. Am I allowed to just drop a ball on the side 5 yards away and just swing, just to keep a swing going?
See, I think that's a no, because I think that's part of alt shot and the challenge of it is you don't get to keep that rhythm going. Now, what I would do, and I'm down to try this sometime, is alt shot with 2 balls.
Like switching the ball.
Switching balls.
That's cool.
That would be kind of crazy.
So like,
I mean, that's
you
pressure.
each drive,
And then I have to hit his drive, he hits mine.
and then you see which ball wins, essentially.
Yeah, and then you you just go back and forth to see how well you could. I mean, you could label them 2 ball, 1 ball, 2, and just see which one, how low you can get either of them. Considering
Because
their
there's,
style.
I've seen it too. They'll do, I can't remember which is labeled which, but there's the one where it's literally, you make the putt, you're next. But then there's the other one where it's the tee shots alternate. That's the alternate
That's a
shot.
true alt shot.
Is when the tee shots?
Tee shots.
Okay,
Switch.
because I've seen it both ways.
Yep,
So
I've seen
that
one as well.
way you can get a little bit more strategic on, okay, well, Mike's better at driving, so I want him driving in par 5s or whatever you guys
Yeah, and
decide.
you look it up and you see are evens par 5 or odd
Yep.
par 5s and kind of go
And then
from there.
I've even seen, I think they do it in a lot of the pro-ams, the Shamble. You seen that? Where like the
I'm
pro,
a big fan of Shambles.
okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, it's the pro plays best ball, right? So they play their ball to the hole, right?
They
Correct.
just play their
And
ball.
They just
then
play their ball.
you can take the first shot essentially, right? So the first shot is a scramble.
Yeah.
So if I hit a drive and that's the one we want to take that, then we all play best ball, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
And then on par 3s, it's whoever
It's
hits
the
the
same
best
thing.
shot, you putt.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then
And
if
you
the
put out from there.
pro birdies and you guys have a birdie putt, it's just birdie, right?
Yeah, you can take the pro.
Unless they
you can take
stack
the
or
pro
whatever,
score.
Okay.
Whatever the pro score is.
Yeah.
Or whatever the score is.
So
yeah.
that's kind of a mixture of the both.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that too, because like we've talked about before, like obviously this scramble is just kind of like a whatever type thing. Alternate shots a little bit.
Well, hang on a second. You can't say a scramble is just a whatever type of thing
I love scrambles
because you are the scramble king.
it's because it's fun. It's more of a relaxing golf experience.
But
It lets me mess around.
Why? Okay.
So anyway, I would like to. I think if you had a group of 4.
We're coming back to scrambles, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I think that would create more of a. Well, you'd obviously. I feel like you would hit. I'd play better, I think, because like I've said before in scrambles, I'm just nuts. So I'll just. Oh well, you're in the fairway. I'm just gonna lay on this, and then I lose 10 balls 1 round. But I think like the shamble is kind of cool because you're still kind of playing your own ball, but you're also not, and it kind of takes away like the. My driver's cold today. Well, we got Mike, so we're fine.
Yeah.
But to like the negative on that, now you're not taking your ball all the way, so you don't actually know. Hey, I shot a 71 today or whatever.
Yeah. Have you guys ever played a shamble in like an event?
I've never
like gone to a.
I've just
I've
seen
never
it.
played.
I've never played it either.
I didn't see him until very recently. I started watching some pro-ams
Yep.
and stuff, because the first time they explained it, I was like, what?
Wait, what is this?
Cool.
Yeah,
So,
I've heard of them before.
I watched it, but missed because I just miss a lot. I missed the beginning of the video where they said what it was, and it was. I'm like watching it. I'm like, wait, and then the pro plays best ball, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like, there's the pro and 4 guys, and I'm like sitting there. I'm like, what is going on here? I was like so confused. I was like, is this a scramble? Is this best ball? Like, then
It's a shamble, baby.
Yeah, and then they just pick their ball up, and I'm like, wait, what happened? But no, I think it's pretty cool. I same to you. I just this year, and I'm like, this seems kind of fun. I don't know if I would do it with 2 people. I think 4 would be fun. I mean, you could do it with 2 people, I guess.
I think it depends on what
Yeah.
you're doing.
And what you're doing.
Yep.
If I've got 2 people, so for the most part, if I'm going to play golf, I'm going to play my own ball.
Yep.
That's what I want to do.
Same.
I'm going to say 95% of the time I golf, unless I'm going to a specific event that I know is a scramble. Right now, preferably a shamble. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Is that what you're doing? Okay. I don't know how
I know, it's
that.
a weird
Yeah.
name, isn't it?
But like I would, unless I'm going to an event that is a scramble or a shamble, like I want to go and play my own ball. Now best ball, again I can get behind best ball because again I'm playing my own ball in and we'll just figure out the score from there. Or if you're in a group and hey we're gonna do in a foursome we're gonna do like a 6-6-6 rotate partners best ball type of thing. Like I'm good with that too. But I just like playing my own ball in and getting my own score at the end. And that's just that's what I prefer to do. Now, there's probably times when I can be swayed to like do a shamble. Like if the 3 of us went out and do that, like that would be fun. Or to go do, I know I've done it with both of you guys, where we've played 2 balls each hole, and the first ball is our ball, and the second ball we then scramble. And obviously the course is open enough, and we're not holding people up, and like we're following all the etiquette rules and things like that. So I'm okay with that second one kind of being on the side. Again, less pressure, things like that, and go from there.
And I like that. I hadn't done that until I played. I think I did it with you first, and then we did it like a couple weeks ago. And it's fun. It adds, I don't know. It just adds a little bit more to the game. You get more swings.
And that's the thing with me, like, and you're out there a little bit longer. And for that one, I think we were held up a little bit on time.
Yep.
Or we had time, right? There was space.
We had a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So we started it like after like the 3rd hole or something.
Yeah. But so like if the 2 of us went out and played a round, if we played 18 holes, and we can get done in 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours, 3:15, somewhere like we can cruise through there.
Yep.
So it's also kind of like, all right, I'm gonna get kind of my dollar per hour, like my price per minute that I'm out there, and that kind of just takes a little bit longer. Like, yes, now I'm taking twice the amount of swings and doing that on the golf course and whatever it might be, but we're not wasting time. We're not holding groups up behind us.
Yep.
The course is open, or we're waiting for people in front of us and there's nobody behind us.
I think that's
So then we're just like sitting around. What happened to us?
Yeah, it could be. I think because we were waiting like a while on the tees for that. Yeah, well, we got to like hole 6. Like, just play a scramble too to kind of almost hold us back.
Yeah.
And I mean, the group behind us was miles behind us too. So, but
And it puts a little less pressure on the people that are in front of us then. Like, so we're not always right on their tail.
right.
If we're that half a hole, 3/4 of a hole behind, then it doesn't. Because I always feel it when I'm playing, even when I'm the group in the middle, and there's people in front of me and I'm not going anywhere, there's people behind me. I want to play fast with people behind me, but I know I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of scrambles because even when I went out and played scrambles, I played a competitive scramble the other day, 2v2. I played really well, and I would have loved to know what my individual score was. He took, I think, 6 of his shots.
Yeah.
And I shot probably 7, 4, 7, 5.
Is that the one with Frank?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, he had some phenomenal chips around the green that saved me, things like that, but like, I was hitting it so well that I would have rather just played my own ball. Even though we won, and it was fun. I think I would have had more fun playing my own ball and enjoying that. Good round.
And I think, to be self-critical, I'm turning that way as well, to where I'm like even with Joe, for instance, like that one we played against you, like I was like, was sitting there, I'm like, man, like I played great that day, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, what could I, in theory, have shot there? And I probably would have been, it would not have beaten you, I know that for sure. It probably would have been low 80s, maybe high 70s, because I was just, everything was going in.
I think you would have been right with me. I don't think you took many of Joe's shots.
No.
And that's I would have liked to see how close we were.
Yeah.
And maybe I would have played worse because there would have been more pressure because I'll lose to you and Joe, but I'm not going to lose to Joe.
Yeah. So, like, be as it may, I am shifting that way, but I don't know. There is some fun in it. Like, if you want to do this shot or that, like, there's less pressure on you to, like, you got to be mentally strong where you're like, you know what? I'm just out here. It's around, like, whatever. Like, when we played, I couldn't hit my driver, but what did I keep doing? Kept hitting my driver because it's more important for me to figure out how to hit my driver again than to just, all right, well, instead of an 84 or 81, I'll shoot an 80. Who cares? Like, at the end of the day, but then you.
Me.
No, I know. That's what I was getting to. And then you get back and you're sitting at home and you're like, man, I should just. That's what I did. Literally, I think we talked about it on the drive home. I was like, if I would have just hit my 3-wood or even my 4-iron, I probably shot the 70s. But
probably could have taken a couple strokes off.
It doesn't matter. It's over. Like I just there's all these things that come up throughout the round as well, where you're just like, man, this 9-iron, I've bladed it 4 times. Like, just not gonna hit my 9-iron. But I'm the opposite. I'm like, nope, I'm going to figure this out.
That's the club you're gonna hit, and that's what you're gonna hit.
Yeah, but I think that's just golf.
Yeah, it is.
Because even in my 74, I can vividly remember every shot I could take back right now. I can easily take away 3 strokes.
Yep.
I had 250 into the last green on a par 5, dead middle of the fairway. For some reason, something possessed me and caught a 3-wood and shanked it into the woods. Like, what was I thinking? Why did I do that?
Well, you were playing good.
Yeah, but
so
I had
thought
to
you
hit
could hit it
all day. So like,
yeah, but if you're swinging well, and you're kind of in
no.
the groove and the rhythm, and then you're getting down to like that last hole or 2, or
I mean, it's 2 over, and
then you're like, all right, well, could I
get to even?
Well, or even just the birdie, or like, hey,
I was going for the eagle.
Going for the eagle.
Yeah, I knew there was a slim chance, but what if,
Yeah.
But that's, I think, same thing as like no matter what round you're in, there is something there that you have to work through.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest part about golf, because I've very rarely had a round of golf where I look back and I was like, I played that about as well as I could.
Yeah, because that's what you're chasing, right?
Right.
And like, I guarantee you the pros would even say there's still stuff out there. It's that it's
100%.
that stair-step progressive improvement. It's just, you can't ever have it all going right. And I'm sure for us that would be our one round where we're like, man, I was like 1 over, 2 over, or even damn near even. Like that's what we're chasing. Like I'm chasing. I want 75 on a 72, so 3 over. So 3 over either way. 75 on a 5 over. But I want 3 over. I want that. I don't know why. 75 is just
why
a nice.
3 over?
Well, I just like 75.
You just like, okay.
So I've done.
You said 75 or 70 is not.
Well, I've done 77 on a 70. So that was at really low.
Okay.
That was as good as I played last year.
Now, is that legit 77?
That was last year's 77.
Okay,
so
like
77.
84.
Well, see, that was later in the year, so I wasn't as dishonest. And I won't say I'm not ever dishonest. It's just one of those things like we've done it where you drop another ball and you're like, all right, well, that was so good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take it. Screw it. But I did it even after we talked, because I know we talked about that when we were at work, and I was like, Steve, like I keep taking this ball and you're like, play them both out. So I did it 1 round.
Yeah.
And the scores were 1-2 straight, like very similar. It's so funny. I was telling my brother about that. I was like, you think, if I re-hit this duff, I'm gonna kill the world. No, you're still gonna bogey.
The golf gods even it all out. In
You're
the
still
end.
gonna bogey.
And that's just like with handicaps. We're going to go play 10 rounds,
Right.
and in the end,
Yeah.
we'll probably be separated by our handicaps.
Yeah, but even that one scramble we all played, the 4 of us, like, I was almost more upset we weren't birdieing every hole. So, like, I'm thinking about, maybe the negatives here.
Probably
right?
birding a lot more.
And it almost took, like, I almost liked the 2-man better. it almost took the fun out. It was almost like it was too easy. Like I was just like, oh, it doesn't even really matter what shot I hit at this point because
In a 4-man, it's too easy.
in a set it felt that
We
way.
felt like we were playing bad because we were only 7 under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4-man, right? And like, that's not terrible.
Well, realistically, it was pretty much you and I.
Right. We were pretty much playing it.
And I was not playing good at that time either.
No, you did drive the green on the hole.
Mm-hmm.
And you did have some pretty great shots in there, but I wasn't playing terribly well either. My driver was not working.
I think you had just gotten your new irons too.
Yeah, that was pretty
And
messy
I
after.
I hadn't had my new ones yet.
I wasn't playing very well.
Nope.
But there, we each had 5 or 6 shots in there that were pretty phenomenal. But ultimately, like, in a 4-man, at least this, I mean, it's a bad thought. My thought is you should be 12 under or better.
It just depends on who plays. But then,
Yeah,
inversely
for sure.
to my thought there is I would love to see, like, I mean, you said Gary's close to you. Us 4 could go out and just do one and see what we can do. Like 4 of us that are pretty close and go play.
Yeah, I have no desire to do that. I don't.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
rather go out and
not
just
really.
play against each other, and
I mean,
we'll take the best.
I'd rather go.
Like best
I'd
ball
rather go
and see what our best ball
2v2 best ball.
or something like that.
I don't know. There's just I don't know. There's
You-
something about
you and me
seeing the
versus,
low,
Steve and Gary Cole.
the low. Huh?
You and me
Yeah.
versus Steve and Gary.
Fine.
I like that.
Let's do it.
Best ball.
We'll lock it down.
Best handicap, worst handicap versus the mid one.
Yep, 100%. But yeah, it's almost like
Timestamp.
it feels like kind of a waste of a round to go and do that on my own time.
Yeah.
Now again, if I'm signing up for a charity event or whatever it might be that where I know I'm going to play that, but then to go and be like, hey guys, let's get together and go do a 4-man scramble and see how low we can go. It's like, yeah, but I just want to go play my own golf.
Right.
Go from there.
Would you do it if there were 4 of us versus another? Like, so you brought up the 2v2.
Yeah.
Would you do
So
it?
like
Would
a
you do a
4v4?
2v2? Would you do a 2v2 scramble? Or
I'd
would you
rather
want
do
to keep
2v2
it
best ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
So same answer for
Same answer
4v4.
for
Okay.
4. Yeah,
I
4v4.
also
I'd go
now
4v4 best ball.
Now thinking about it, that would be kind of
4v4
fun.
best ball would be fantastic.
A big group of a best ball.
And you know, it'd be
Yeah.
even better for that.
Yeah.
It was a cool twist. I think I've done it before. Is that it's 4v4, but you don't play with all 4 of your partners.
Oh, so you do 2
So
and
it's
2.
yeah.
So you're playing. Okay,
So if
you
it's,
only
so if it's the
know
3 of us and
yeah,
Gary,
so you only know
like
what your group
me,
is.
Me and Gary are the hole ahead.
Yeah.
You guys tee off behind us, and then you've got the so you've got the I don't know what my other twosome did, right?
Yep.
Unless you can excuse me, unless you can see him up ahead and know like, hey, I know he birdied or whatever it might be or bogeyed or
So you
whatever.
you could be beating the other twosome, but still lose. Essentially.
in your group, you can be
Yeah.
beating the other twosome and still lose.
So if you parlay
100%.
bogey, well, your other teammates could have birdied and
Yep.
they win. Yeah. That would be cool. That would be.
Yeah.
That's a nice twist. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
So as a scramble, could we birdie every hole in 6 hours on our home course?
Yeah. In 6 hours.
Oh, in
us.
6 hours.
Just us 3, 6 hours, because I know we can do the 24. If we couldn't, I'd be a little concerned.
Let's do it.
In 6 hours, we go out at twilight. It's one session. Same, every other rule applies. Where it's like all 3 of us shank it off the tee. All 3 of us hit again.
Well,
We just hit
So-
someone gets.
if you've got it where you hit a good one, he hits a good one, and I shank a driver, do I get to re-tee my driver? We just
It's a scramble.
if
One
if
set.
one re-tees, we all re-tee.
Yes.
Okay, and then obviously we go to the next ball, and then if we all shank it from there, then we have to re-tee that hole.
Yeah. It's basically because we're all pretty similar in driver and off the tee. I would say like we would go then off the tee until we hit a good one.
I would just let you go first to save time.
I mean,
You're
but-
probably the most consistent
right,
out of the
and
3 of us.
If I hit a good one,
We
then
just
we're
go. We just go.
Yep.
And then I think we could do it in 6 hours. Us 3.
After
Yeah,
he was
it's-
just like, it's a wasted round.
Well, so
this is different.
Twilight
This is a
and it's
twist.
this is a Twilight and it's a
Challenge,
challenge, and it's not just a.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Oh man, I think I paint myself into a corner. I'm talking on both sides of my mouth here because
He wants to do it now.
yeah, I could go out and. All right, so it's a little different because we're seeing if we can get every hole, if we can birdie every hole. We're not just seeing how low we can go.
Right. Yep.
So there's the challenge. That's making it different. I'm in.
All right.
2024, 3 of us. Twilight.
We'll make it
Birdie
part of,
Fest.
we'll make it part of the Foxtrot.
Oh yeah, did you hear about the Foxtrot? Cole.
So we were talking. It was when we were messing around with the new equipment and whatnot, and we were talking about doing like a more or less like a boys trip, boys day, like a whole day of just a lot of golf. And like the one thing we could, or one place we could do it was we thought Fox Hills. We would like morning would do Golden Fox, you know, go eat, whatever, go play all 27 at Classic, you know, go eat, and then we finish, you know.
Well, hang on, Cole. What would we go eat?
Hot dogs, and we would rate them. Stay tuned for ratings on hot dogs. Anywho, then we'd finish on the par 3 course or something and do some form of whatever. So we were sitting there, and I'm like, I got it. It's gonna be the Foxtrot.
Can we get a little trophy? That's a fox.
Yeah.
So we'll play. Yeah, we play
Like-
every hole that Fox Hills has to offer in one day.
Yep.
And then
And we
We
can do
go-
some sort of cumulative score
Yep.
based off of handicap. So we can figure it out.
Ryder Cup style type thing
Well,
and try
we
to
were
get
ju-
like.
Yeah, we were just thinking
I'm
it
not
would
trying to
be.
expand.
No, that's a good point. Now, yes, Mike. Yes, every course has a different subset of a comment. So, like, let's say
Like
Golden
different parameters.
Golden Fox, we
See,
do
now you're talking about
this.
scrambles and
No,
stuff.
I know,
See,
and
it's
alternate,
out.
and alternate balls,
No.
and this, and I'm just like, I'm done.
So like Golden Fox, you would do best ball, or you'd probably do 4-man because that's the harder course, right? So you'd probably do 4-man best ball there. You could do like the 2v2s on Classic, and then you could do alt shot on the par 3 course. That would be kind of fun.
Alt shot on the par 3 would be
So-
kind of interesting.
To end the day, I could go with that. Again, if we're doing 18 plus
Yeah,
27
we
plus,
talked
8,
about
plus
it.
another 18.
Yeah, because we thought
So if you're doing the last 18
it would
on a
need to
par
be the
3,
yeah, the
I would be down with alternate shot because it's a crazy day. Like it's an event, right? So this is considered an event.
Yep.
Which if we did best balls, 4-man best ball, 2-man best balls, alternate shot, even if we did a scramble on the par 3, like something like that, like yeah, I'm down for it because it's an event. This is what I'm signing up for. We're not just going out on a random Tuesday
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
and like let's go play golf and
Yep.
we're gonna only shoot half the shots that we normally should.
Yep. But that's what we were talking about. Is like I feel like he'd have me by a little bit, but having the ending be that par 3, I feel like that's just the biggest wild card because like my putting's great, and that's pretty much all the par 3 course is
So
shipping and
as soon as you
putting.
get on the green.
Right.
That-
But that's where we were thinking that could be like we talked about the T-flip thing. We were thinking about doing like I feel like that would be better to do on a par 3 course in my opinion, just because like I feel like on a normal course I feel bad for whoever is my partner because I'm not. I mean I'm playing decent now, but like consistency speaking, I feel like it would be kind of like you guys would shoot like a 80 and we'd shoot like a 105. Like I feel like it'd be too drastically different. Where I feel like
the fun of it, right? Is like
I guess
we could either shoot 80 or we could shoot a 105. It all is up to the team.
I've seen it with 4 people too. You seen that? That's wild.
That I don't know if I could go.
That's too much. But anyway, we thought that par 3 course ending, it's less on your body. You're just hitting irons, wedges, whatever. It's more of a course. We thought that would be a really cool end, just because it's a wild card. Like, if you're not hitting your irons, you're screwed.
Right.
So
I'm down because
the
I think
Foxtrot.
So we've got 2024 Foxtrot.
Do you like the name?
I do.
We've got
You're gonna make me go for a run. But
2024 3-man scramble birdie every hole in 6 hours.
Yep.
We might need to shorten that name a little bit, or we just keep it really long, and that's kind of the fun of it.
Yeah. We'll call it the Not Quite Birdie Challenge.
There we go.
Yeah.
But that I think also has to happen at Golden Fox during twilight.
On the classic on the 27 or Golden.
Golden.
Okay. Why at Fox Hills?
Because I really would want to try there.
Okay.
So
Fair.
That course.
you
is
said
kind of
6 hours.
I mean, I say we would take the last tee time,
Yep.
see how far we can get, and then
When we just go.
right.
No, I think we have to drive. We definitely need to drive.
Oh yeah,
'Cause you
never
gotta-
mind.
we gotta
That's
go fast.
That's
Yeah.
far away too.
Yeah.
We could go until it gets dark.
Yep.
Right. And then if we could always do it a different way. Of let's see how long it takes us to do.
I've
Like
seen
we do
that too,
multiple twilights, or we can try to get it done in one.
To birdie every hole.
Yeah. Because it took us. We thought it was gonna take us
Yeah,
6
6
hours.
How-
It took us
How
27.
long? How long do you have on that last tee time? Like 3 hours?
2.5, 3.
Okay, so we would just do it maybe in 2 rounds essentially.
That's kind of. What
So
our
we could
goal
try to
was.
do front 9, back 9, or whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. I also like the how long it would take.
To birdie every hole.
Well, yeah, or you could just do how long will it take to get 18 birdies. You just keep playing the course. But again, that runs us into what we talked about earlier, where it's, well, I've birdied hole 4 every single time I've came around. Like, cool.
Yeah.
You know. But I don't know. I've seen it take a while.
or we ask some of our friends at the local private courses and see if we can get out on a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I mean, we'll see what we can work out. And then we'll get that, whatever we want to call that, going.
So
The
that
not
would
quite
be
the not quite birdie challenge.
Not quite birdie challenge.
Yeah.
challenge. Okay, so we
We
have
have a lot of the holes we're just not quite going to get birdie.
Not
Yep.
quite gonna get birdie on that one.
The Foxtrot
Not
would
quite
be
got a birdie
like
on that one.
5,000 spectators. hot
Yeah,
dogs.
we'll live hot dogs.
Be sponsored by
awesome hot dogs
something.
for everybody. Yeah,
They do have good hot
Ooh,
dogs.
I know a hot dog guy.
Do you?
Food truck.
Okay.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm rating every hot dog at the
It's a pretty
turn.
one.
So
we would want the clubhouse hot dog.
yeah, that's what
We
I'm
have
saying.
that
It has to
clubhouse
be. It's nostalgic.
Well, yeah, we are gonna rate every clubhouse hot dog.
Right.
Where did we have that good one at? Was that
So,
at
Pine Knob.
Pine Knob.
So we have I think the baseline though, like the average was at the MC course. That's like
yeah, that's an
average one.
average hot dog.
So we have a good baseline already, and then we have a
It was
average
legit.
baseline.
Like it was a good.
So I need to start making it. I think that's gonna like be my
yeah,
thing.
like
on
the
TikTok.
bun kind of made it.
It just makes me sad because my greatest hot dog ever, the odds of you ever trying it are very low.
Where was it at?
Meadowbrook.
Yeah, you're saying as a caddy.
That was because I was a caddy, and
Private.
half of the reason all of us were caddies were because you got a free hot dog in return. That good.
Really?
And I can still remember
So I have
how
a
good it was to this day.
I have a sleeper for hot dog. Now that we're on this topic. At a golf course, and it's like it's called the Myth. I'm sure you've seen it on Google. You guys probably have. So we went up there. I think it was when I played with Adam, and they have like I've told you about this. It's like a toasted garlic. They toast them a little bit, toasted with a little bit of garlic. Oh my god! And they have like the big hot dogs. They have you can get the sausage too. So I know Adam got like a spicy sausage today. He was just like, oh my god, this is there. Blah blah blah. But it was great, and that was like unexpected. Like the clubhouse is like, eh.
Yeah.
And the course is okay, but it's way out there in the middle of nowhere. You never would think, oh, this place is gonna have like
A legit
the
hot dog.
legit. Yeah. Oh my god, that bun made it was so good, so good.
Well, that's how I was at Pine Knob. Like the bun, like the hot dog itself was
And
was
he had to
legit,
microwave them.
but the bun was
So
the
in
real deal.
theory, they probably would be better because he had to take them off the rollers to microwave them,
Yeah,
or they might have been worse.
but it would be.
You never know.
I mean, it's just a roller hot dog.
I was gonna say
It's basically a external microwave. It's not like they're grilling them or something like that.
Now, I've been to places where they do grill.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Changes.
you can have a whole meal at Shepherd's Hollow. They have like a full kitchen. They have a menu. They have like a QR code on on the 8 or
Most courses have
17.
Pretty good menus.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I just always get hot dog.
Eagle Crest has one. Theirs is like legit. I mean, what's the one that I refuse to speak about? Hilltop. Nothing against Hilltop, but they have a full kitchen. They do a chef make sandwiches and stuff like that, so you can call it in.
I was always a big fan, growing up playing baseball and soccer, of the nice like grilled pork chop sandwich at like a ball diamond. I don't know why. There was some
Iowa.
That's a very good point. That's
Yeah.
probably what it is.
It's not.
It's not.
No, it's
I
funny.
played
So there's
baseball.
you guys never.
Never.
Okay.
Never would.
Anyway,
pork
so
chop sandwich.
from Western Illinois, pretty much Iowa, every baseball tournament, soccer tournament, they always had the big redneck grill you put behind your
Oh, yeah.
truck. They'd have 1,000 pork chops and blah blah blah. We did pork tenderloins too. Funny story. Never found the pork tenderloin when I moved here, and I went to. I have to remember what restaurant it was, and I went there and I was like, ooh, pork tenderloin. I've not had a pork tenderloin ever. I was like in heaven. I felt like I was literally back home, staring at my favorite cornfield, just sitting there eating a pork tenderloin. It's so good. Like yeah. So that's what I remember from like playing baseball, soccer is, you get it in the foil and you pour the
So bringing it back to golf,
or the walking tacos in the bag.
which is a good point, because that's what I was actually going to bring up, is what's your backup?
To a hot dog?
course, to a hot dog.
To a hot dog on the course. Well,
Alcohol.
so alcohol. Is the hot dog the backup to the alcohol, or the alcohol the backup to the
for
hot
me
dog?
now, yes,
Or is it just
'cause
hand in hand?
I have the hot dog's my breakfast because I'm
Yeah,
waking
with
up
your
at
schedule.
I'm waking up at noon, going golfing at 12:30. Well, I'm not waking up at noon if I'm going golfing at 12:30. You
But,
get the
yeah,
point.
we know.
That's my breakfast, and I usually don't get anything till the turn because my stomach is all blah, and I don't need that for breakfast. That's just not good. But maybe chips. I just go with like a chips.
Just something light.
I did enjoy that Coyote had those wraps the one time because I
That's
asked for a hot
exactly
dog.
where mine went to.
And you were like, hey, they didn't have hot dogs, but these wraps are good. And I was like, oh. And they're very simple. They're just a wrap with cheese. I think we got ham or turkey or whatever.
turkey.
But if we're saying they don't have a hot dog, do they then have that? Yeah.
They might, because the hot dog. I mean,
Yep. So I would say
they could be out
Yep.
of them. They could not be
That's
ready
right.
yet.
Coyote.
Yeah, I would
Something
say
like
that. I
Yeah.
would say a wrap or a cold cut, some form of sandwich. I'm a little weary of the, like the gas station sandwiches. They're in those triangle boxes. You know which ones I'm talking about? Where you
like the
peel-
pre-made,
sometimes.
pre-packaged.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
them are a little sketchy.
So I tell you what, when I was at the golf course at Bedford Hills, we made a legit chicken salad sandwich.
Okay.
And I would have, as soon as our food and beverage manager would make them, I would go buy one.
Chicken
I'm
salad.
a big chicken salad, yeah. The only thing, so that was mainly when I was working, not so much when I was golfing, because chicken
I
salad,
can't get over the texture.
chicken salad is a tough handheld,
Yeah.
take it with you.
It
Like you
kinda
gotta
just goes-
have that. So like the walking taco is good, right?
Yeah.
Like you pop the bag open, throw the meat in there,
Yep.
and then you're good to go. So maybe like a chicken salad wrap would be better. You got your tortilla to kind of house it as your vessel.
It's more of like a.
It's a vessel.
Yeah, it's because that's more of a mayonnaise base, right? It's more
Yeah.
soupy.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh,
it's not soupy, but it's
No.
more. It's not solid to a T. Right.
I mean, it's chunks of chicken with some mayonnaise
Yeah.
and whatever else you put
But
there.
it's messy.
On a sandwich, it could be.
Yeah. So-
On a wrap, no, it shouldn't
Chicken
be.
salad for Steve.
Yeah, I'd go chicken salad. I do want to try the sausage roll. So similar to the hot dog, but over the pond.
Yeah.
I want to try the sausage roll. So
Oh, right. Yeah, you were telling me about that.
my wife and my daughter
Yep.
went over to England this past summer, and I said, you need to find a sausage roll somewhere and go try it for me.
Now,
Because I need to know what it tastes like. I gotta make sure that it's good. And if I ever get the chance to play golf over in that part of the world, that's my go-to.
is that their turn?
That's their
That's
their hot dog.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's their hot dog.
Okay.
And
It just looks like a better version of a hot dog.
it does. But then I would need to know like what, like, is it ketchup? I know you can put like the brown sauce on there, and I don't know what brown sauce is besides brown sauce. But yeah, so I want to try the sausage roll. I actually want to try and make one at home and give it a go. But
I'm a chef by trade.
That'll be our next
cooking with Cole. Cooking with Cole.
They're gonna have 1,000 spin-offs.
Meals,
Not
meals-
quite cooking with
Not
Cole.
quite. Your
Not quite a
turn
chef.
meal. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I would say.
So what's your
backup?
backup?
Is like if there's a wrap. Sometimes I'll even get a wrap.
Yeah.
Because that's lighter for me for my breakfast. Chips are always a go-to. I'm not a big candy guy. I'll go
Smack and Twigs.
if there's a cold Twix
See.
or if there's not a Twix. Sometimes I'll go Milky Way, which is fine. Kit Kat. You got a
So
Kit Kat the other
are
day.
you always cold candy bar over a room temperature candy bar on
I'll eat-
a normal, I'll say summer or warm golf day?
I'll tell you this: if I ever buy candy or get candy, it goes in the freezer. I have a Milky Way in my freezer. I still haven't eaten.
Okay.
Or fridge if I know. I don't know. There's something to it, especially Kit Kats. I don't know why Kit Kats. When they're a little chilled, I don't know why they're so good. Or a Twix. It almost makes it more crunchy.
Depends, because when I went and played here on Meadows, it was 45 degrees.
Yeah, I mean, then you
I'm
don't need
getting
a-
right temp. I don't want a cold.
Yeah.
She asked. I was like, please, no, I'm already But if it's 75 degrees or up, yeah.
You're going cold.
Go cold every
You're going
time.
cold.
Yeah.
What's your go-to though?
Twix?
Twix.
Okay. Yeah, I like Twix. Twix is very good. It's just a Milky Way crunch.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? No. How candy bars are just, they add one thing.
I mean, that's how most things
It's
are.
ridiculous.
Yeah. So as we're going to go out, like we'll try and birdie all these different holes going out there, and whether it's in like a 24-hour format or a one-man, two-ball scramble, or a second scramble ball, extra ball
Or
that
a
we're playing,
shamble.
or a shamble. If
New
any,
vocab word
if
for
any
Steve.
course is putting on a shamble event,
We'll be there.
we could maybe in there, but I mean, we'll try and get those birdies out there. So, I mean, I know we'll be teeing it up soon, hopefully, and get out there. And hopefully, anybody listening is out there teeing up soon. And we'll see you guys out in the next tee box. So, take care and tune in for the next one.